Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning into the PG show. Hopefully, twice in one day, as we just had a chance to talk to Kendall Dolby a little bit ago. But today, I am joined by three of the offensive linemen that are going to be the lead to be able to protect your quarterback of the future, Jackson Arnold, Logan Howland, Heath Ozaeta, and I hope I said that right. I know I always get it wrong. And then Cayden Green as well. Cayden is actually getting ready to play for state this week. So, Sooner Nation, y'all need to jump in there and wish him best luck. Jump into Twitter, show him some love. But today, we're here to kind of talk about Logan experienced at Bedlam on their visit. And we're going to go ahead and we're just going to jump straight into it with Logan. Logan, tell us a little bit about your visit, who you were there with, and what you saw, what you heard, and a little bit about the Bedlam game.
Yeah, so I brought my whole family, mom, dad, older brother, and younger sister. I got to meet Heath for the first time, and then the game had a ton of energy, and they came out really hot. It was 28 points or 21 points in the first quarter, and then just the defense locked up the whole game, and it was really good to see them get a win against a good Oklahoma State team.
Yeah, it's an Oklahoma State team that beat us last year, and Oklahoma fans, I don't think could have taken another loss to
No.
the Oklahoma State fans for another year in a row. But Heath, you were there as well. What did you see at the game? What did you hear? What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it was fun to meet Logan. Didn't get me him, so nice to see him. I mean, it was a lot of fun. So that first quarter was crazy when we scored like 28 points. That was wild. I mean, it was a lot of fun. Get to see everybody again, see some new recruits, see some old people. I mean, the locker room was fun after too. James Draws, the what happened guy was there, so it was fun. It was fun to meet him. I took some videos with him, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And Cayden, you didn't get to make it up here, but you've been to Oklahoma. You've had the visit. Tell us just a little bit more about your experience and when you got to come to Oklahoma, and if you got to watch the Bedlam game on Saturday, what'd you think?
Yeah, we watched it at home. I really hate we missed that, but I mean, like I said, we got back too late. But I mean, the atmosphere at all the other games are like electric and crazy. So I can only imagine that at a game like Bedlam. But like I said, I just hate we missed it.
Yeah, well, y'all will get an opportunity to play in this game. I don't think the Oklahoma State rivalry is going anywhere anytime soon. I know they've got the contracts and everything, but that game makes them too much money. And let's be honest, Oklahoma State can take out an FCS opponent every single year and reschedule Oklahoma State. So we got 2 more years to beat them down. So you guys will at least get one more opportunity. But you guys are coming in, and there's going to be some opportunities to start. So I kind of just want to go down the line here. I want to talk about what are some expectations that you have for yourself and what you want to be able to do. And, if you were to leave in 4 years, what do you want to look back as your career as a Sooner? We'll start with Logan.
I definitely say it's my first year playing offensive line, so I know I have a lot to learn. And I know Coach B and the rest of the staff, they do a really great job with the transition they've done so far. So I'm definitely excited to get there. I think everyone's expectation or their hope is to play right away. I know the other two guys feel the same way, and everyone wants to make an immediate impact. I say 4 years from now, I definitely want to look back and at least have one national championship ring.
Hey, national championship. We haven't had that in a while. Heath, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, definitely a national championship. I mean, that's always the goal. Get some Big 12 championships, SEC championships, we'll see. But I mean, yeah, just make an impact, be a better player, a better person. I want to play. Like, that's kind of the main thing. It's just be out on the field playing in front of like 100,000 people.
Hey, well, you'll get that opportunity. I definitely see them expanding the stadium a little bit, maybe more over the next couple of years as the athletic budget continues to roll in. But, Cayden, what are you expecting for your career at Oklahoma when you look back at 4 years?
Obviously championships. That's a big thing. I want to be able to contribute early. I've been working my butt off to try to make sure that happens. And then, of course, I want to get to the league. And I think I'm at the best place for that to happen as an offensive lineman. But, yeah, the biggest thing is championships, really.
Yeah, championships. Oklahoma fans, we've gone 22 years now without a national championship, and we want to be able to put one right up there above the press box. 2000. So we're getting there. We're getting there. After Bob Stoops' second year, that's when he won one. So maybe Venables will be on that same train. So listen, it's been a crazy ride for the Sooners this year. Fans, listen, they're all over the place. They don't know how to feel. One week we're all excited because we get a win. The next week we're all down in the dumps, and it feels like we got to go talk to our therapist. That might be Twitter. But what are you guys seeing standpoint as a recruit from the team, right? As terms of like, hey, like I might get an opportunity to start, or hey, like I see this from the team because I'm seeing them doing good things. There's a lot of good foundational pieces that Beat and Bo and this team are being able to put out there. What are you guys seeing as a recruit from the team this year?
I definitely say there's signs of really good life. I know there's a lot of people that might enter the transfer portal, and I think definitely a big expectation is for us as a 23 class to come in and make an immediate impact, no matter who it is, just up on the field, off the field. But I think we talk every time after a game win or loss. We just said we need to change a couple of things around when we get there, make this a winning program, and we know it can be.
Yeah. So you don't have to get into it if you don't want to, but what are some of the things that you guys are looking to change when you guys come in?
I guess kind of just the mentality. I know they have a really good one right now, but I think the goal every year for every school is to go undefeated and win national championship, and I think we have the best chance to do that with the class we're bringing in right now.
All right. Fans love to hear that. Heath, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen a lot of growth, though, from the team. I mean, I feel like in the beginning it was just kind of, not looking how they are now. I think it's just hard with, all the new players, all the new coaches. I think it's always hard when that happens, but, I think there's been a lot of growth in, I think the team week 4 wouldn't have beat Oklahoma State, but I think now, they've gone a lot better in every way.
Cayden?
Watching the games this year, I think there definitely are bright spots. I mean, when you have a first-year head coach, I'm not saying we don't expect much, but it's tough. It's tough transitioning, being a first-year head coach and taking over a program Coach took over. But I definitely think there are bright spots. Young guys making big plays, and of course the last class, the 2022 class, finishing I think top 10, and then this class will end up finishing top 5. So I think there definitely are bright spots in the program everywhere, and you don't have to look very hard to see that. We just haven't had the greatest year this year, which it happens. It's gonna happen when you have a first-year head coach. So I'm just excited for what the future holds.
The future's bright. Venables and the staff, they've got it going the right direction. They're implementing core foundational pieces and ideas that you want to see in a program and from your leaders. Jimmy Satterfield, a frequent viewer of the show here, he has an interesting question for you guys. He said, how are y'all's measurables and weight looking right now?
Right now I'm 6'7", 285. We just finished the year. I measured myself a couple weeks ago, and that's what I got.
Heath, we know you're a big boy. You break the chairs, so.
I'm pretty sure I'm 6'6", but I'm playing basketball, and we are measuring heights of some other guys. Taller than some guy says he's 6'7", but I think he's just lying about his height. So I think I'm about 6'6", and about 295 as I weighed a couple of days ago.
Listen, y'all are pretty tall. Y'all make me look like an Oompa Loompa when I take pictures next to y'all. So, Cayden?
Right now I'm about 6'4.5", about 310.
Yeah. So, What are things that you guys are looking to improve on during the off season right now as you guys come in? Heath, Logan, I know you guys said that you are not going to be able to early enroll. Cayden, I think you said you are. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. So whether you're coming on campus or whether you're staying at home, what are you guys looking to improve on right now? Cayden, we'll start with you since I still got you up.
Just getting as strong and as quick as possible is the biggest thing for me, and flexibility. Those are really the only things. I don't really need to get any bigger, at least not that I know of. So right now, the biggest thing for me is getting as quick and as strong as possible and flexible.
Okay, Logan.
I think I definitely got a lot to work on. I think I made a good improvement this year as a first-year offensive lineman, but like Cayden said, strong and faster, so you can always look to achieve that. And I think technique is another thing I need to work on before I get there. But I know it's going to be a big thing when we're all there.
Yeah, Heath?
Yeah, just the same thing, stronger, faster, more flexible. Get my technique maybe a little more crispy. Just kind of the same things.
Yeah, so from a guy like me that's never played football before, right? I don't understand the offensive line position and what I would need to do to work on and be good at to be able to, really excel at that position. So, what are some techniques? Explain to us, what kind of techniques an offensive lineman really needs to be good at down in the trenches to be able to go up against, those elite defensive linemen. Anybody can answer this.
It's just kind of your pass set is the main thing. I feel like just keeping your body square and just being quick with your feet. It's just like that. I feel like pass set's the hardest part with technique, and then just run blocking too. You gotta get your feet in the right spots.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else got anything to add to that?
I'd say hand placement and run and pass blocking is definitely really crucial. I say more so for run blocking, just because you got a bunch of big, strong guys inside, and then pass blocking. If you miss with your hands, you're going to get your quarterback hurt. So that's a big thing for me.
Yeah, they hit the nail on the head. Hand placement, quickness with your feet, just all that can always be improved on and can help you in your game.
All right. We got a question from Topper here. He says, what position along the line are you guys projected to play? Or I guess, what do you want to play when you come here? I guess they haven't talked to you guys about what you might play.
I guess I will because I'm not on here, up here. But I'm not really sure where I'm going to play. I don't really care where I play, just anywhere that I can get on the field and help the guys out.
Yeah, I play left tackle right now. That's probably the most comfortable at, but I don't really care either. Just where I can get on the field is where I'll play.
I think I've been told I can only play tackle. I'd love to contribute any way I can, but just based on how I'm built right now, I think tackle is the position I guess I'm most well suited for.
All right. Well, let's talk a little bit of OU football. And that's really what I wanted you guys here for. So, you guys were there for Bedlam, got to see that great win. And OU's back on track. They're bowl eligible, 6-5. They're going to play the Texas Tech Red Raiders, and it's going to be a 6:30 game. It's going to be a night game, and Texas Tech's going to be rowdy. They're going to be throwing the tortillas. And, it's definitely going to be a test for the guys. That's going to be a test for some of those younger guys, seeing how they're able to go into a hostile environment. What do you guys want to see from the team this week in terms of improvements? And do you have a prediction for what might be this week? And if OU is able to win it?
I think when we were in the locker room, I think Heath was there too. Coach Levy was talking about need to finish strong on the offensive side. We know the defense played really well the whole game, hold them to I think it was 13 points or something like that. But after the first quarter, they didn't score again. So I think one thing they definitely want to improve on is just getting the ball down the field and getting in the end zone or getting 3 points on the board. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, Heath.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing. I feel like, expectation just to win is kind of what you always want to see every week, but also scoring more points than just the first quarter. Just cleaner.
I think obviously the biggest thing we want to see is a win. Just win by any means necessary. Really, I'm not out there, so I'm not gonna sit here and critique like what they have going on. But I definitely say just a win is the big thing.
Yeah. So a question is, especially that I have, how does the offensive line play really affect how they're able to move in terms of like the tempo of the game and really be able to kind of just move down the field consistently?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it this year. When you're able to run the ball, it helps you do a lot of things. They've been able to run the ball really well this year, and it helps keep the other team's offense off the field, and it kills time off the clock. So being able to run the ball is a really big deal, and I think that starts up front.
Anybody else got anything to add to that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You go.
I think Coach Levy loves that high-powered offense and the quick tempo. And like Cayden said, when you can run the ball, it opens up so many opportunities just to pass. The RPO and Eric Gray having 1,000 yards is definitely a big testament to one, him being a really good player, and two, the offensive line getting it done up front. So I think just that high-powered offense that they have and just quick tempo definitely helped them.
Yeah, and I feel like the offensive line just kind of sets everything up for the offense. Without a good line, you can't really do much. Running the ball, you control the game when you do that. You kind of get to pick and choose what you want to do. But yeah.
Yeah, so when you guys are down in the trenches, right, and you have, regardless whether you're having to block for a run or a pass, and then you guys have to move down the field a little bit quickly, especially in an up-tempo offense like what Levy likes to run. What's going through your mind in those moments? Are you guys thinking about the next play or the next set of plays that could potentially be ran, or what goes through your minds in those moments?
I'm just trying to focus on what I'm doing right now. It's kind of like I'm just trying to get this play right, do my assignment, know where my man is, block him. I kind of just take it one play at a time, just kind of focus on what, like, the now.
Yeah, I think definitely what he said is right. I think just doing your 1/11th, everyone's got to contribute in their way, and if everyone does their part, then we can get down the field and score. And I think there's nothing really much to that.
Yeah, I think the same thing. Just doing your job, figuring out how you can do your job and what you're supposed to do on the play. And you got 11 people doing their job on a play, then it'll be successful. So.
All right. Well, let's kind of move out of the football topic a little bit. Let's loosen up. So I don't know if y'all heard about it or seen it going on Twitter. I kind of exposed myself on a podcast a couple weeks ago on somebody else's show. And it was a food topic. It was a food conversation. We talked about just some weird foods that you've eaten. And I talked about how I put peanut butter and jelly on a tortilla, flour tortilla, of course, not corn. I'm not that crazy. And everybody on Twitter thinks I'm crazy. A lot of the local podcasters think I'm crazy too. What's y'all's thoughts about J on a flour tortilla?
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Put money on that. I used to do that actually.
All right, I'm throwing this up to Travis then so that he can hear that.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't think the hate is warranted. That's kind of. I feel like that's normal. I think that was a weird thing, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like some kind of like fancy crepe. I don't really see what the hate is for. I'd eat that. That sounds good.
What do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about putting ketchup in your chili?
With peanut butter?
That's a little different.
Wait, you're saying tortilla, peanut butter, and ketchup?
No.
No.
I'm talking about
in
ketchup
chili,
in
you
your
said.
chili. Yeah, like in your chili. So
I'm not
Sounds nasty.
an avid chili eater, but I don't think ketchup is an ingredient that I put in mine.
Yeah, it does not belong there.
Yeah.
hey, it's tomatoes, right? It goes with it.
Still, it's not like
different.
it's ketchup.
It's different.
It's a sauce, not like a tomato.
Yeah, ketchup and chili is kind of pushing it. I don't know about that.
All right. Well, I guess I grew up a little weird. So for y'all, you'll get the backstory. My grandpa, on my mom's side, they're Missouri, right? So true hillbilly people, right? And they used to put ketchup on their green beans and their chili on their eggs, and so you just kind of pick it up as you grow up.
Eggs is
different. Eggs
is way different than chili.
Yeah.
All right, so chili, a little colder since that time of the season. What do you guys prefer? Chili, like a nice, good chili, or a soup? I feel like this one's going to start a debate here.
You got us thinking right now.
I'm gonna say chili because I like food with substance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think the soup it doesn't fill me up all the way. Like I'd rather have something like chili. I'm not a big soup guy.
I gotta agree here. I feel like soup sits weird in my stomach. It never like I don't know. It always like sits weird after I eat it.
Do you guys put beans in your chili at all?
Yeah.
Good, because I made some the other day at work, and everybody at work thought I was crazy to put. Well, okay, I also put corn in my chili, so I guess I need to preface that by saying I put corn in my chili. But I put corn and beans in my chili, and everybody thought I was crazy. You need to go to an insane asylum.
I'll be honest. I thought beans were supposed to be in like every chili.
Yeah, I thought that was normal.
Yeah, I didn't think that was a weird thing.
You might be pushing it with the corn a little bit, but
I'm not gonna lie. I've never heard of corn and chili, but
yeah corn is pushing it.
Oh, it's completely different. The corn and the chili is different. It's something that my dad did with his chili, but my best friend will not eat beans in his chili. And a bunch of people say that's like a Texas way of doing it. I've never heard of that. I just always grew up putting beans in my chili.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all are moving to Oklahoma. There's a big thing here. We love our pizza. Now, you go to a place like Chicago or New York, people from Oklahoma put the ranch on their pizza, and people in Chicago or New York look at you and look down on you. But, in Oklahoma, we like to put different toppings and dipping sauces on our pizza. Probably one of the most debatable toppings that you could talk about for pizza is pineapple on pizza. What's your guys' thoughts about it? So Logan's just shaking his head over here.
I like pineapples. Like if you, I had the other day I had I had pepperoni and pineapple. I didn't buy it. Somebody else bought it, and it was free, so I ate it. I liked it. It was pretty good.
No, I'll be honest. I think there's too much hate. Like personally, if I'm ordering a pizza, I'm not gonna get pineapple. But it's not terrible. I've had it a couple. I've tried it, Cayden, from other people's, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, I think the hate's unwarranted. I think pineapple goes good with almost everything. I love pineapple, but I just on pizza, it's not as bad as it's claimed to be.
Right.
I didn't expect Oklahoma to be a big pizza state, though. I mean, I'm from Jersey, and we take our pizza a little seriously. New York, so.
I say it's big here. It's not like the New York or Chicago. So don't come here thinking it's like that. It's like people just like their Mazzio's and their Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, and those type of things. It's not anything serious, but we are starting to get some specialty pizza places, and they're usually packed. We got one that's in Midtown of Oklahoma City, and it's a wood-fired grill. So
good.
Yeah, it's good. So. What's your guys' favorite food? Let's just go down the chain. What's your guys' favorite food as we talk about food? If you guys can't tell, I'm hungry.
You're making me hungry right now.
Yeah, you are making me hungry. Let's go for basketball practice. I'm starving now. Favorite food?
Probably steak and mashed potatoes or steak and mac and cheese.
Can't go wrong there.
You just put steak in there. You can mix with anything. It's good.
Hey, well, they got steak nights on the team.
Yeah, I can't wait for those.
Think you're all in agreement with that?
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm gonna go with what Logan said and say steak and any.
Yeah, steak and most sides like mashed potato. Even you could put even green beans like next to it. It's not like it's just the steak that makes the meal.
I kind of go steak too, but I kind of want to switch it up. I might go a chicken sandwich. Sounds fire right now, if I'm being honest.
Heath's just thinking about Chick-fil-A. That's all it is.
Oh yeah, no, I love me some Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Have you got Heath? Have you told them how much Chick-fil-A you eat when you go? How much you
My
get?
order is kind of crazy. I'll be honest. A lot of time I can't eat it all, but I get like 3 sandwiches and like a 12-piece meal.
That's wild.
That's a good order. That's a good order.
That's a
Bro.
lot.
I'm trying to keep my weight. It's hard.
I usually go for the 2 sandwiches and like a 12-piece or 8-piece and then like a milkshake or something like that.
Yeah, that's about it.
I go there. I get 2 sandwiches and like a small fry. That place is expensive.
Yeah,
It is expensive. That's the problem. It's like it is expensive.
Yeah, but you got to get that rewards though. You got to get the app, get the points. Right, you spend enough, you'll get the points and rack them up pretty quickly.
we go down and get Whataburger when we're there every time. I've been to Norman. Driving back to Dallas, it's so good.
I got a hot take. Whataburger is so overrated. I'll be honest. I had it one time. It was not good.
You got me and Cayden upset right now at that claim.
Well, I'm not gonna argue that. I'm just gonna say like the only good Whataburger I've had is down south, like Texas.
Yeah,
just somewhere down south.
Yeah, when I drive from Dallas to Norman, and there's like 15 Whataburgers, so we always stop and get at least one.
Yeah.
I heard maybe I got the wrong order because I heard people say that. I just feel like a plain burger. The fries were fire, but the burger was just like it was. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I was expecting to be like life changing the way people talked about it. I'll be honest.
Keaton,
get out of here.
That's
that is a hot
crazy.
That's terrible. I think Arby's is a top 5 worst fast food place I've ever seen.
Arby's is terrible. Oh my god.
Arby's is up there with White Castle. Like if we're gonna get a deal, if it's with Arby's or White Castle, we got a problem.
Oh, White Castle, that's cool.
Mm-mm.
Now, Logan, you're from Texas, so would you rather go with Whataburger? Wait, you're from Texas, right?
No, I'm from Jersey.
Oh, okay. So you said you drove up from Dallas.
Yeah, no, we fly in from Dallas from Newark. So
have you eaten an In-N-Out? Have you guys eaten an In-N-Out?
Oh yeah, In-N-Out.
So In-N-Out or Whataburger? Because that's a question that people.
I think In-N-Out is more overrated than Whataburger for sure.
I agree with that.
Well, so
I think everyone in California is so in love with In-N-Out Burger that anything else is like second class.
I'll be honest. I'm from California, so I mean I grew up on In-N-Out. It's so good. It's so much better. You got double. You can't go wrong.
I will say this is a good take right here. So when you guys move to Oklahoma, you guys got to go try Johnny's Charcoal Broiler. Really good burgers. And they do have a cheddar burger, and it's like thick slices of cheddar cheese on it. But it's not like a square. It's like it's like shredded up.
Mm-hmm.
It's real good. And then they got some good pie there too. So.
I might gain a little excessive weight while we're there. Just
right.
all those restaurants, bro.
Yeah, I heard there's good food in Oklahoma. I don't know.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
Oh, there is.
Tell me the food in Norman's good.
Mm-hmm.
Mexican food's good here. So if you want some good Tex-Mex, there's a place right outside Norman called El Huevo, and they have some really good nachos. And so basically, like they put them in like this thing. It comes out. It's like a big old round deal, and that they take it off at the top, and it's like a tower of nachos. And then if you want like good authentic Mexican food, all you got to do is drive around until you find some like hole in the wall place where you know what, if you're the only non-Mexican person in there, you found a really good Mexican joint. So yeah, we got a lot of those.
That's not a bad way of doing it, I will be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really know about those places. My dad and I used to have a lawn mowing company. And so, we would just always be on the go, and, we'd hire people, you have people on and off. And that's how we found out about it. And it's like, we were the only white people in there. And I'm like, this is the best dang Mexican food I've ever eaten in my life. But it's authentic, though. I mean, it's like corn tortillas, flour tortillas, burritos, those kind of things. So, and then we got some different Mexican food places. We got breakfast ones called Cafe de Cow and places like that. Those are really good. So, yeah, you guys will definitely not have any shortage of good food spots.
That makes me excited.
So, well, what's one thing outside of football that you guys are excited for in Oklahoma? Outside of football and the food, is there anything else you guys are excited for out here, or anything like that?
I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure what there is.
Yeah, I'm not
know
sure.
Oklahoma City, there's a lot of stuff to do, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Go
I don't
see
really
Thunder
remember.
game.
Wait, well, we do have the Thunder, so y'all can come watch the Thunder, support them a little bit.
They're not
maybe
that bad this year.
No, they're not that bad this year. They're doing pretty well, which is pretty disappointing. I wanted them to lose some games this year so we could go get the number 1 draft pick, but
No, that 7-4 guy. No, I don't know.
Generation. Did you guys hear about KD talking really good about the Thunder again, like he wants to come back here?
Really?
He's all over the place.
That KD will ruin the Thunder. They have like 5 or 6 guys under like 22 years old right now, and they could be really good in a couple of years.
Yeah, KD was talking about how good the young talent is out there, and how everybody's just so tall, and he's like, it's OKC's got something good.
Yeah, he ruined there.
How would the fans feel about him coming? So there's gotta be a little bit of hate there.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
That's funny.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess.
You don't have to wait long. The Oklahoma City fans are going to jump in there right away. So there's a lot of hate there. Him and Lincoln Riley, probably the 2 most despised people in all of Oklahoma.
Lincoln Riley did you so dirty. Like, leaving in the middle of the season was wild.
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin's doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Lane Kiffin. Yeah, Lane Kiffin said that he wasn't going to leave that he wasn't going to leave. He was going to play the Egg Bowl. And I'm like, so you're going to leave after the Egg Bowl. So, shifting back in a little bit to just your guys' recruitment as, we start to wrap it up. I want to hear about your guys' best and worst recruiting experiences. You don't have to name drop anybody if you don't want to. But do you guys have any stories about your best and worst recruiting experiences?
I don't know. I don't know if I have a worst, but I definitely do have a best. Well, I got a couple best. The OVs were pretty fun. Yeah. I'd say every school really did a pretty good job with the OVs. I don't know if I can really pick a favorite. Obviously, well, I changed that. Obviously, my favorite would be the school I committed to because I committed there. But, outside of them, I don't really know.
Where did you take OVs to?
I went to Nebraska. I went to LSU. I went to Missouri. And then I didn't go to Michigan, but I was about to, but I canceled that trip. And then, of course, I went to Oklahoma. So they all did a great job.
So you only took 3?
I took 4.
4? Okay. So you got to tell me about this LSU one because LSU looks like it would be a fun trip.
That, I will say that probably was my favorite. Just because of the food. Like, the food was so good down there. It was crazy. And then we even like we would go to Canes, and even the Canes was better down there.
Really?
Yeah, because that Canes started in Baton Rouge, so it was like
I did not know that.
Yeah, so it was like everything, all the food was better there.
Interesting. Logan?
I mean, I took OVs to Miami, obviously Oklahoma, Iowa, Michigan, and like Cayden said, they all do a good job with their OVs. So I can't say I had like a bad official visit. I did take a visit, an unofficial, with one of my teammates, and it was not a fun trip. I didn't really feel like I connected with the coaches. But I mean, they're doing great as a school right now, so I can't say. I just don't like them. It just wasn't a fun unofficial visit.
Now, Cayden and Logan, did you guys get to take your OVs when Miami and LSU had their new coaches?
Yeah.
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 I visited Miami my spring break with Cristobal there. Yeah, that was fun.
Now, Cayden, you didn't get an awkward dance with Brian Kelly, did you?
You said what?
You didn't get an awkward dance with Brian Kelly, did you?
Nah. I'm glad I didn't.
Hey, you know what? Something's working because that man's in the SEC championship game to beat Alabama, so something's working out there.
Yeah, hey, I respect it, but I don't want to be a part of that.
Heath, what you got?
Best. I mean, probably like visits to Oklahoma. I mean, those are always fun, and the OVs are always fun to go on. I mean, you get eat a lot of good food. It's fun. And then worst, I'm trying to think. Like, it wasn't like terrible, but I feel like some of the visits right after a game where you're like, your legs are just tired, you're just like sore, you're waking up at like 5 a.m. to go to a game somewhere. Those are a little tough, but I mean, it was still, those are always still fun to go to. So I mean, I think it was worse.
What school had the best picture opportunities? I'm curious to hear this because I always see everybody's pictures and they're always so different at every school.
The best pictures. I mean, I think Oklahoma had some good ones, but when I took my pictures there, it was kind of more of a quicker thing than a big thing. But I think Oregon's pictures were fun to do. But yeah.
I think the best ones I took so far were the ones we had, the return to the palace, or it was something like that in July. After with most of the commits, I took a couple pictures with Josh and then like the rest of the commits, and that was really cool.
Party at the palace.
Yeah.
Were those the ones that they did like the scary faces and everything?
I was outside. I'm pretty sure like David Hicks and them were there too. Yeah, it was kind of just like a barbecue for all the guys that had committed and like trying to get a couple other guys to commit while we're there, which was fun.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to that, but we had to work a tournament. Those pictures were pretty cool though.
Yeah, they were nice jerseys.
Yeah, they brought the nice jerseys or whatever. Yeah. But my best pictures, I mean, Oklahoma, they do pretty good job like with recruiting when it comes to like photo shoots and all that. So I say probably them. And then like when they did that like trophy red carpet or whatever with the throne and the gold hat, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, those were dope.
So I say probably that one.
So, in terms of the recruiting outside of Oklahoma, let's shut Oklahoma out of this question. What was your favorite stadium, or what was the coolest stadium that you guys got to go to?
Like on a game day visit, or just in general?
Yeah, game day or in general, it doesn't matter.
Well, I didn't go to crazy game days. I just went to like locals. But I think the best stadium that I've been in probably LSU because it was so big. Like that place was big.
Wait for us to go to the SEC so I can go experience a game in Death Valley.
Yeah, that stadium was huge.
I feel like mine too. I have two. Penn State, just because it's so big, and like I was there for a spring game though, so it wasn't like that cool. I feel like, but also Nebraska was pretty cool. I mean, their fans just are crazy too, and I mean it was just packed.
Did you get to see the balloon release thing in Nebraska?
Yeah, the balloon thing was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool tradition.
I think I was at the Penn State Rutgers game like last November, and it wasn't that packed, just because they were doing work against Rutgers. But I think that's cool. The biggest stadium I went to is probably Michigan on my official visit. You stand on the 15, you just look around. It's huge. It's like 110,000 people in there. It's cool.
See, should have went on the OV last year when it was Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah, that was a sick game.
That was a cool one. Speaking of that game, Ohio
Gonna be
State,
good
Michigan's
this
this year. What do you guys think about that game?
I'm excited to watch that game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who's going to win because Michigan, they lost so many guys, but they're still so good. And Ohio State just got so much better this year on the offensive side. So I don't even know.
Yeah, but Ohio State's so finicky and up and down, and Michigan's so consistent.
Yeah, their run game is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cheering for Ohio State, though, if I'm being honest. My girlfriend's mom she's an alumni and was a huge fan, so I kind of got no choice but to root for him.
Yeah, my teammate, he's a Illinois commit. He was this close to going crazy after they almost beat Michigan. It was real close.
I don't know what's going on with Blake Corum, but if he's healthy and he's like a healthy Blake Corum, Michigan, I'm taking over Ohio State.
Is Marvin Edwards still out too? Do they have both their running backs out?
Oh no, I don't even know.
I think they're both playing in that game.
Whoa, that's tough.
Yeah, I'm taking Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan's going to be tough because, again, Michigan's probably the most consistent team. They pound the ball, and, Ohio State's got a good defense, but, I don't know. It seems like Michigan has not adapted to the college football game. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but it doesn't seem like they've really adapted to college football and how it's been trending. Ohio State and everybody else has, but it starts to seem like that's the way that the game is going again, back to more of like a brutal pound the ball instead of these explosive offenses that we've seen. You're starting to see people shift more back to a defensive-minded game. And so I'm assuming we're probably going to start seeing really good Michigan teams here in the future as, we start to see that mindset shift. We have rivalry weekend. Is there any other games that you guys are looking at watching outside of maybe the Oklahoma-Texas Tech game?
There's one game I want to watch.
Alabama-Auburn this week, or?
Alabama-Auburn is this week.
Yeah. I'm not sure how Auburn's doing, but I mean, that's always a good game regardless of how they are doing. Last year, they were real close to winning. So that's a good game, I think.
They should have won that game. They got screwed out of it. So some of the games we got this week: Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Baylor, Texas. You have North Carolina, NC State, Florida State, Georgia Tech, Michigan, Ohio State, Clemson, South Carolina. Which South Carolina, Spencer Rattler, the guy I got the jersey from behind me, he went off last week. Auburn, Alabama, Oregon State, Michigan, Penn State. There's some good games this weekend. Good lineup.
I'm not really sure. I'm mostly excited for that Ohio State game. I mean, because that game, too, everything's on the line, too. I mean, whoever wins is going to the playoffs. So I think that's going to be fun. I think Florida State also will be fun to watch.
Florida State's pretty good this year.
Isn't USC playing Notre Dame?
Notre Dame, yeah.
Oh,
I'm interested to see that game. Because I think if USC wins, I think they get into the playoff. If they win out, that is.
You think TCU is gonna make it?
If they win out,
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who they lose to in the Big 12. Like I think K-State will give them a run for their money if they in the Big 12 championship, but I don't think they'll lose them.
If they win everything, they probably. I mean, I feel like it's hard to say they can't go in because they're undefeated in championship. But
I think USC is gonna lose to whoever they play in the Pac-12 championship.
I don't think they beat Notre Dame this weekend.
Nah, Notre Dame looks good.
Yeah. But
however, though, we want Notre Dame to lose, though, because we don't want Peyton Bowen to get any thoughts and ideas.
Yeah, that's true.
So it might be the one time Sooner fans are rooting for Lincoln Riley out there at USC. But I'll give you guys a wild take here. I think TCU might make it to the national championship this year.
Really?
Pushing it.
That's crazy.
No, and let me reason out here. So, if they have to play Ohio State, I think they match up really well with both of those teams.
Yeah, I think Georgia's a problem with them. I think Georgia's a problem with any team they play, but I think if they play Ohio State, they probably get the best chance. Not that they're bad, obviously, but just based on
I don't think anyone's beating Georgia.
Yeah. I've been saying since last year. I think Georgia repeats this year, and I don't think it's close.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can play with him.
Does Georgia have a drop off next year though?
I think next year, like college football is pretty much wide open. Like because the transfer portal and all this, we'll see teams that we've never really seen, and a mix of teams we never really seen and teams that we're used to seeing, like in that top 25. And I think that's how it's going to be for like the next forever, really.
I thought Georgia's having a drop off here a little bit this year, but that didn't happen at all. So
they're a little scared, I guess. I think they only beat Kentucky by like 10 or something. But past that, they've been killing everyone.
Yeah, they play Mizzou close too, which is weird.
Yeah. They were down against Vanderbilt, and everyone was really worried for a second, but then they came out and finished them off.
Yeah, so what do y'all think about Mizzou? Do you guys think Luther Burden out there hits that portal, or do you guys think he ends up
I don't think he hits the portal just because like Mizzou, because he's an in-state recruit, so Mizzou has so many like ways for him to make money over there, and like he has his own chip brand, and like he makes his own clothes, and like he has a lot of NIL opportunities there, like a lot, and I don't think he'll end up passing that up.
I think there's going to be a lot of big time recruits that are like in the 22 and 21 class that hit the transfer portal, but I don't know about that guy. I don't know a lot about him, but like Cayden said, he's got a lot of opportunities, I think.
Yeah, y'all just got to watch that Texas A&M debacle out there. That's going to be the most interesting. Did you guys ever think about going to A&M at all? Did you guys ever get any interesting offers from there?
No. I never even talked to him.
I had an offer from there, and I was thinking about taking my 5th OB there at one point, but we ended up deciding not to.
You should have, because they might have offered you a huge bag if you'd have went there.
Yeah.
It seems like that's what they do to everybody at this point. Have you guys seen that recruiting video where one of their coaches is out on the field and he's looking at another player and he's like, he's pointing to the booster boxes? Have you guys seen that?
No, that's so funny though.
I was like,
pointing to the boosters. That's crazy.
So, well, once we start to wrap it up, because I know there's other shows about to come on for Oklahoma football, and I don't want to overlap them. Do you guys have anything you want to say to Sooner fans, the Sooner Nation? I guess we'll start with Logan and go through the loop again.
I guess just be ready for a big change when we get there and win the season, hopefully a Big 12 championship.
I don't have much to say. I'll see you guys in January.
So we'll be excited to have you out here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited to get down there and get to work, make a change, get a little better year than this year. Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you guys haven't already, please go ahead, hit the like and the subscribe button. Let us know what you think about the show. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow these guys on Twitter. Show them some love, show them some support, especially Cayden. He's got the state championship coming up this week, so we're wishing him the best of luck. If you guys haven't already, please go ahead, give a look at the Crimson and Cream NIL collective initiatives, especially with the current athletes that are here and new athletes that are coming in. We want to make sure that we're able to support them as much as possible. So putting these guys in front of you guys helps maybe connect a little bit more so that you guys will go out there and potentially donate. So please go ahead, look at that as well, and we will catch you guys next time.